Raider Nation, what's going on? It's your boy Chris will Protect the Shield podcast. I'm with my girl, Spicy Raider. Girl, we got a lot to talk about. We missed you guys. We haven't seen you guys forever, but we got a lot to talk about. Let's get it. Welcome to Shield Talk, Spicy Shield Talk. We are back at it. Spicy, how have you been, my dear? Haven't seen you forever.
Good. It's been a minute. Hey, look. We've been on hiatus. We've been off so long. We haven't been off for few weeks, 4 weeks. How many weeks we've been off? We've been off so long. We haven't talked to y'all since the Raiders only had 2 wins. Wait.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait.
We've been off so long. Shit.
Oh, wait. They still only got 2 wins. Hey, that's all we can do is make light of it at this point.
Oh, yeah. It's all good.
Hey, we got 2 wins, but right now we got the number 1 draft pick. Just saying.
That is true. You know, we got the number 1 draft pick. We're fighting. You know, that is one victory that we're standing strong there. So we're fighting with the Giants. And I don't know, man. Like, I just hope the Raiders don't Raider it up and mess it up and get a couple wins at the end of the year, and then we're gonna be pick 8th or something.
Watch them win out, and then we down to like the 5th spot.
right. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. But shout out to everybody that's in the chat, man. Everybody that's in here, make sure you guys hit the thumbs button, hit the like button for myself at Protect the Shield podcast, and then my girl Spicy Raider Girl at For Life Our Story. Yeah, so definitely make sure you guys hit up both of us, man. Salute to Mother Moon in the building. Let's talk about it. What's going on? Got my boy Leo in the building. Cheeto, what's up, man? Hope all's well, man. I got Sacktown Raider Mike in the building. Says salute Spicy and PTS, man. Yes, for real, man. We definitely appreciate all the love, man. Thank you guys for coming back, even though we haven't been here, but you guys have been in our heart for sure. What are you drinking over there, Spice?
You know, I'm sipping on a little Raiders 1800 tonight.
Okay.
You know, we got a little drinking game because, I'm feeling like I need a little buzz trying to deal with these Raiders this season.
Man, you know me to be able to talk about the Raiders and deal with all this. Yeah, I say the Raider game. Let's say the Raider way. Whenever we say the Raider way,
I like it.
It'll be a drinking game. So in fact, let's get a social, the Raider way.
The Raider way. Listen, that could go either way.
For sure. Salute to my boy Jose Delgado in the building. What's going on?
Big Daddy.
Got my boy my 2 cents to the building. What's going on? So salute to everybody, man. Really appreciate you guys. SoCal in the building, man. Salute to you, my guy. But one thing that I want to talk about.
Tell me.
I mean, we can talk about the game, of course. What are your thoughts on that Bucks game? You know, for me, one thing I will say, I do appreciate the team keeps fighting.
Yeah.
The team hasn't given up. We just are not good. We're just not a good football team. But one thing I will say, compared to, the end of the Gruden era and then the end of the McDaniels era, those guys just gave up. They didn't care. They didn't have no fight. They just kind of rolled over. I still see a team that wants to be competitive. We just don't have the roster. Everybody's hurt. I mean, we don't have the quarterback, of course. But what's your thoughts when you just watch the game on Sunday?
Yeah, I'll echo that, Chris. I appreciate it. I appreciate the fact that they are still going out there. They're trying hard. They're proud men. They're playing with pride. They were in this last game against the Bucks until really AOC went out. Then it kind of went all downhill from there. It was a rough start. Obviously, the Bucks had 2 convincing drives, but the Raiders were right back in it really until they weren't when AOC went out. Then you look back into the Chiefs game. Of course, they were in it there until the last 15 seconds. So you got to give these guys some props. They're just not. They just don't have the talent. They don't have a really good enough team. But they're right there. They've been right there. There are a lot of winnable games. And no, we can sit there and talk about, how the season has turned out and they're not that good and they only have 2 wins. But listen, they are trying. People want to talk about how it's a tank season and all this. I don't believe that. These guys are out there. They're trying. They're playing for pride. They and they're right there. They're right there. It's unfortunate that these games are just disappointing. They're making a lot of mistakes. It's embarrassing at times, to be honest. But all we can do is root for them, and hopefully Monday night coming up against the Falcons, national TV, that maybe they can show America, hey, these guys can go out there. If they don't win, maybe they can show them, hey, they've got some fight in them at least.
Yeah, for sure. Because I think at this point, like we make a lot of jokes about the whole tanking thing and all that, but again, they're just not that good. At the end of the day,
right.
But a lot of these guys, this is their chance of auditioning for next year, whether it's for the Raiders or for another team. So yeah, granted, the Raiders, like front office and whatever, we may be looking to next year and saying, hey, we want to strategically get a certain draft pick so we can make X, Y, and Z move. But those guys on the field are like, this is my audition tape.
Yeah.
Granted, I may not be here with the Raiders next year, but hey, maybe someone for the Buccaneers might see this tape and they at least can see me out here, hauling ass and giving it my best. So maybe I can get a chance, next year. So I think a lot of fans. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was saying on the flip side of that, right? It's a good chance for the Raiders organization to assess some of these guys. Let's assess these running backs like Sincere, maybe even AOC as he's not ruled out yet. So let's assess him as keeping him as the backup. Let's assess some of these guys that, like you said, might be auditioning to stay a Raider for next year, because clearly we there's a lot of spots to fill. And who's disposable, who isn't disposable. Raiders are going to have to make a lot of moves. Tom Telesco hopefully is watching this, taking some notes on who's disposable and who isn't. And that's all we can do, I think, at this point, is look at these last few games as almost like preseason. Who do we keep? Who's disposable? Who's worth something? And all those types of things.
No, for sure.
I think that's all the takeaway can be at this point, to be honest.
No, that's it. It's all about evaluation. And salute to my boy Leo in the building. I mean, he brought up a good point. My boy Leo, he said team is more in it than some of these fans. No, I agree. The guys they're trying to.
It's hard to be in it, Leo. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but still, the point is the guys are still out there playing. They're still giving it.
Yeah, the guys are still playing. We're all still watching, but listen, it's hard to get excited about some of the stuff that we watching.
We may not go as hard as we used to, but we still in it, man. We still believe that black is silver, though, for sure. Salute to my girl Myra G in the building. What's going on, Myra G? Got Hector in the building, man. He said, just keep Antonio Pierce. I mean, we're
gonna get
talk
into that discussion.
Yeah. We'll definitely talk about that. But
Chad, let us know what you think. If you think we should keep AP, or if you think that he should go. But we're gonna get into that discussion a little bit later.
Yeah, definitely let us know. Myra G, yay area.
Okay, yay area.
Gotta have that Bay. I know the Bay always in here, man.
Yay.
Yes, salute to Leo, man. He said hit the like button. Make sure you sub to both channels for sure.
Yeah, thank you. Leo.
But Hector, he said keep AP and start getting the first round pick quarterback and start digging more players. I love how you think, man. Love how you think. In fact, let's everybody in there, everybody just let us know what you guys think that we should do at as far as the coach goes, and we'll talk about it. But I'll start right here. I can't lie, man. Like. I went to bat hard for AP. I really did. Everybody knows that. It's well documented. Yep. I really, really like AP. However, he has disappointed me in some aspects. However, he was not been giving he's asked to go to war with the knife. It's like you're not giving them the proper weapons to go to war.
A pocket knife, even.
Yeah, not even a pocket knife, a butter knife,
toenail clipper.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you're not giving them much to work with. And I'm exaggerating a little bit because in the beginning of the season, he did have Devontae and he did have the guys, but none of that matters if you don't have a quarterback. And granted, we all can admit now we did not have a quarterback. Now all of us were on one side or the other, whether it's Team Minshew or Team AOC. We both sides were wrong. Like AOC was terrible and Minshew was terrible. So that's what it is. But
Yeah.
One thing or two things that AP always asked for. He wanted a quarterback and he wanted to have a strong run game. Like he wanted to be physical, and we didn't do none of that over the offseason. Even though we got rid of our running back, but I don't think he wanted to. And then we didn't get a quarterback.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I'm just going to sum it up right there because I don't think I need to say much. I say keep AP for that reason alone. You can't expect a coach to coach a team to victory without those two key components. And I think it's that easily stated, right? You can get the greatest coaches of all time and put them on the sidelines. And if you don't have a quarterback and you don't have a running game, this is the worst running game in all the NFL. We're working with backup and practice quarterbacks. I don't understand why this is even a discussion of why we want to fire the guy.
Yeah.
It's not fair. It's not fair. Has he made questionable decisions at times? Sure. It's hard to coach the NFL teams. He's going to make questionable decisions. And look what he's working with.
Yeah. No, exactly. And you're right. So when I think about AP, as far as a head coach goes, you want a guy that can motivate. You want a guy that gets the guys going. But most importantly, you want a guy that can manage the game. And that's where he's been struggling in my mind, being able to manage the game. And what I don't quite understand is, you got all of these advisors. You literally have guys that are hired just to help with game management. And and we constantly seem to drop the ball on that, whether it's the way we manage the time, the way we manage our timeouts, the way we challenge, our challenge flags, personnel, all kinds of stuff. So that's what I'm worried about with him. X's and O's. I know a lot of people try to act like he's not an X's and O's guy. I think he knows defense very well. I think he's one of the reasons why we've seen a increase in our defense since he's been on the staff, not necessarily head coach, but since he's been on staff, we've seen some of the best defenses from a Raiders in a while. So, and I think he plays a big part. So we can't undermine that. But I don't know. But I'm gonna say AP as well. I'm gonna say keep him.
Keep him. Not only that, I just want to say, like we always talk about this. We need consistency, and we're going to fire yet another coach. I just can't get on board with that. We got to give this guy 2 or 3 years. And let's evaluate this man with the proper weapons. I don't think it's fair to evaluate this man without the proper weapons. Let's get him a quarterback. Let's get him a running game. Let's get him the components he needs to put his plan and his vision together. And then if it doesn't work, then we can start to question if he's the man. I don't even think it's fair to do that at this point.
No, I agree. Shout out to Sun Goddess. And I got your cup you made me in LA, Sun Goddess. Salute to you.
Cute. Well, salute.
Let's see. Jose said 53 Rocky Balboa playing with pride and heart. Yes, lacking talent, but playing hard. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah, for sure.
They're playing. They're leaving it all out there, and that's all we can say. Now, when I start seeing guys like, that Marcus Peters effort and stuff like that, then that's a whole different conversation. But when you see guys out there running around and, guys that were, came off the practice squad, still giving it their all, I love it. So,
yeah.
Let me catch up to some of these comments. Let's see. Let's see. Artie said, what are your expectations for AOC on Monday? I'm not even sure if he's still playing that. I think he's supposed to practice, or he did practice, but
he did practice, or at least he was in the building. He was working out. He has not been ruled out. I think they are leaning to him starting. They just haven't officially announced it. I hope to see him start. I don't want to see Ritter out there. That's for damn sure.
No.
What does he have? A knee contusion? I'd rather see AOC out there with the bruised knee over Ritter, to be honest. Honestly, expectations aren't high, but they aren't extremely low. I think AOC can go out there and at least give a competitive game.
Yeah, for me, AOC's streaky. He's streaky. You know, when he's balling, he's balling. But the thing with him, we just haven't seen the consistency. I think when he's looking good, you're like, man, that guy could be something. But then it's like the next game, you know, it's like he wets the bed.
He looks
almost
confused, right?
Yeah,
but at least he can make it competitive. He can make it interesting. If they throw Ritter out there, honestly, I think it's just going to be an embarrassment on national television.
Yeah. Well, for me,
at least with AOC, there's a chance to make it competitive.
Yeah, Ritter. Yeah, for Ritter, he's just. I mean, he came in a little late. I was high on him a few years ago, but yeah, I don't. To be honest, I don't want to see him now. I mean, honestly,
I don't want to see him.
If it was up to me,
hey, put him in with Hoyer, okay?
You and Hoyer.
Inside joke a little bit, or you've been watching the show, then you already know.
But you know what, Spice? I gotta tell you.
Tell me.
And every time I say this to people, I always think of you.
Tell me.
AOC will not have a overall better career than Brian Hoyer. I'm telling you. Telling you, it's crazy. Okay. As much as you hate Hoyer, I truly don't think that AOC will have a better career than him.
Okay. I didn't say Hoyer, I hated him. You just promised me he was going to be holding a clipboard. He entered the game. That's all I'm saying.
He was only supposed to hold a clipboard. He was. He honestly was. So, but yeah. So, but my expectations for AOC is, I don't know, man, because he gets hurt a lot. It seems like. So, you know, I can't say he's going to be out there just picking them apart with him being, a little injured. I don't have high expectations for him, unfortunately.
I'm gonna do a little plug here, and Chris, you're welcome to join if you want to. The Monday following this game, our boy Stu is going to be on For Life Our Raider Story to evaluate his performance. You know, Stu's been a long time supporter of AOC because they're both Purdue guys.
Oh yeah,
so he's been a long time supporter, and he may or may not have a difference of opinion.
Oh, he's always going to have a difference of opinion.
A difference of opinion of his own opinion regarding AOC. So tune in Tuesday on For Life Our Raider Story, 6 p.m. And Chris, if you want to join the conversation, you're welcome.
I might have to. So it's right after the game on Monday. You said
no, Tuesday, the day after Tuesday.
Okay, I do have another show, but I'll see. I'll definitely try to come through. Let's see. So Sacktown, he said, in my opinion, keep AOC. Okay. Alex said, as a head cheer, yes. As head coach, no. Okay, I hear you. Let's see. Fear Raider, he said, keep AOC. Let's see. And Arnie, I'm gonna come back to this. This is a good question. I'll come back to this. But Fear Raider said, keep AP. Jose said Mike Vrabel will be our coach in 2025. Lock that in. Yeah, we'll talk about that too. Sun guy that said keep AP. You see, Greg said a toothpick knife. Yeah, that's all they gave. That's all they gave AP for real. Let's see. Dick Sider. He said, I got a feeling Vrabel was going to the Jets. That could be interesting. It's a plastic fork. Said,
no, not even a fork, a spork.
Oh yeah, spork. That's
not even a fork, a spork. You got sporky.
That's even worse. He said, who thought either one would be good? Talking about
Nobody thought that. Not one damn person thought that. I don't even know why it happened. I don't think anybody thought that.
Yeah, well, there's some people that thought AOC was going to be the guy. I just thought Minshew was going to be better than AOC. But I'm on record saying who I wanted this offseason. I wanted Russell Wilson. Everybody thought I was crazy. I think even you thought I was crazy.
Okay, hold on. Can I explain?
Yeah.
Can I explain? Let me explain.
Okay, go ahead. Go. You got the floor.
Okay. I was not on board with that. Correct. However, I was not on board with that prior to the fact that Minshew was signed. Okay. if you would have presented it as Russell for $1 million versus
Or
Minshew, then I would have been on board. Okay,
I got
I
you.
was not on board when it was like Russell and
Whoever
there
we can
were
get, whoever.
other options. Correct.
I got
So
you.
if you would have been, it would have been presented Russell for $1 million or Minshew, I would have went with you. I feel like when we had the conversation, it was Russell, or we can draft, or we can pick up somebody, or this, that, or the other.
That's true.
Then we got stuck with Minshew, and I was like, "Oh, hail to the nah, to the nah, nah, nah,
nah, nah, hail to the nah." But yeah, I don't know. I always thought that like Russell for that cheap, and just the mentality of knowing that, just knowing that our rival is paying for our quarterback while we're kicking their butt. That just always was something I love. So, but
especially when he could have even. At the time, also, I didn't think he was going to be a backup. I didn't think he would be okay being a backup. And he started the season being a backup. I didn't think he would do that.
Well, only because he was hurt, though. He was named the starter at first, but he started off hurt. That's the only reason he was a backup. I think they would have brought him out in the beginning as starter, I think. But I get what you're saying.
There's a lot of variables that I was like, nah. But with what we know now, yes.
I got you. But everybody else was on they was on my neck when I was talking about Russ. So, but yeah, Wes Craven. I don't think like I said, no one really thought either one was going to be super good. I think more on the ALC side, people were saying, "Oh, he had a better rookie season than Peyton Manning," and they went down that whole thing. But whatever. What's up, my boy Junior Flores? He said, "Keep AP and let's get either quarterback or best player available in a healthy squad, and let's run it." Salute you. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Let's see, man. Let's see. Fear Raider, and he didn't get the OC. That's true too, man. People keep forgetting that too. Again, the OC that he picked, Cliff Kingsbury, is basically has one of the best offenses in the NFL right now. He has Jaden, but still, that's who he wanted. Mark or whoever, they couldn't make the numbers work, whether it's years or money, whatever. All AP can do is say, "This is who I want." That's all I can say.
This is why I'm advocating not to have him fired. He needs more time, and he's doing the best with what the Raiders gave him to work with.
True. Let's see. JPJ was a good move to get physical up front. James need to kick rocks. He said Minshew and ALC are Band-Aids. It's not ALC's fault. Hella players got in. That's another thing. We were looking for a huge year from Malcolm Kuntz. Malcolm Kuntz gets injured like 2 days before week 1 on a freak injury. It's like stuff like that, man. So
yeah, I mean, she's not wrong, but at the same time, even if these players were not injured, they would have 4 wins, 6 wins. Like, it wouldn't have made a world of difference with the quarterback situation and the running game and, all these other issues.
Yeah, my biggest thing, and again, I know we're kind of jumping everywhere, but, another thing people are saying is, we need to just clean house, and including
we clean house every season. There's a clean house. Every season.
I know.
Every middle is no. First of all, there's a mid-season clean house. There's an end of the season clean house. Like
every year. No, so people put some blame on Telesco, and then put blame on AP. But when I look at it, like, I think Tom Telesco has done a great job, especially with the drafting.
What Telesco do?
Yeah, Telesco been doing his thing, but I will say some like free agency type stuff and letting Jacobs go, little things like that.
That one, I'll go with that one.
I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't care. Nobody
on him. I feel like that problem was pre him, but okay.
Who? Telesco? Yeah, I think it was him. I mean, from a financial standpoint, hey, maybe that's the right decision. What you think, but it proved to be wrong.
Well,
Jacob,
I think.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm saying Telesco.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Because Jacobs literally is one of the best running backs in the league right now.
No, because I don't think that. I want to make that clear.
You don't think what?
That they should have got rid of Jacobs.
Oh yeah, I know you don't. Yeah,
Oh,
we're
okay.
aligned there.
I just want to make that clear for all
Yeah,
y'all.
but most people, remember people were they was on.
Oh, people were hating on us for that. Hey, that
man.
Let
him go.
Hey, that man.
Yeah, let him go.
We only had a running game.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, he's not worth. Oh, he's going to go to Packers and suck. It's only really a 1-year deal and all this and
what was it over? It was like over. It was over in the grand scheme of things. It was over
$3 million.
Pennies.
Yeah.
Pennies.
So, and plus we got Zamir.
Shoot, their craft services for some event they threw last week at the headquarters cost more than they could have paid Josh Jacobs.
Exactly, for sure. Salute to Leo. He said, "Where's my big cup?" It's upstairs, man. I do gotta get my big cup. Let's see. All eyes on G. What's going on, my guy? He said, "It's whatever. Keep him or leave him in Atlanta. All I care at this point." I mean, I feel you.
What's that one about?
No, he's talking about that's going back to if we should keep AP or not, or get rid of him or whatever. People are still kind of giving their thoughts.
Oh, but it's a home game.
Oh, yeah. But it sounded funny though, leaving him in. I get where he was going. He said, "Does Scott Turner be trusted to develop our future quarterback?" We'll get to that. Say Arnie's he putting some good questions. AP is a great motivator, coaches with defensive mindset. Our coach or out coached several times this season, runs out of timeouts frequently. I agree. So Jose, are you done with AP? Because I know me and you, we had a lot of.
He done. I think he already said he done. I think he said he want the other guy already. I think I saw that somewhere.
Yeah, I think he
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I just saw that in the comments.
I could see that. Let's see. AP needs a fires game manager expert. His mismanagement isn't the reason we're losing.
Listen, that is a little debatable. It's a little debatable on some calls. However, it's not the reason they're losing overall.
No, I agree.
There's a little ticky-tack things here and there where you're like, why would he call a timeout there? And there's a little things here and there. But overall, those little decisions does not make the Raiders a winning team.
No, I agree. I think in some of the games, it could have made things a little closer.
It maybe could have maybe a win, maybe one extra win.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not going to be overall. Now it's a winning team.
Yeah, not with our lack of talent and at least the guys that are playing now. So I mean, listen, that's true.
Can I just say this overall? This is a blanket statement. You can't really point a finger at a coach, at a player, at anything this season. The Raiders just do not have the talent. They just aren't good enough. I mean, that's just bottom line. Yeah. And I don't think there should be an overall call for the firing or anything like that. You just have to. It's just going to take 2-3 years to build this team to what it needs to be.
And people need to realize it's always been like that. Like most teams don't just get better overnight. Like you get a few, but like even everyone that talks about this Detroit Lions team, like Detroit before now, they've been arguably a worse organization than us. I mean, they're always in the top 5 draft picks, and they for a long time, especially people that remember the 90s and stuff. I mean, they would miss on first round picks. I remember one time they went like 4 years in a row drafting receivers. I think only one of them ended up being good, but I mean the line. I mean, they were a mess, but they just didn't get good overnight. Like they finally started hitting on their draft picks.
Yeah.
If we would have took advantage of those 5 first round draft picks that Gruden had, then we could have been in a better situation. But we have none of those people right now. We have none of the 5. So it's like stuff like that. Like we can't just put it on one year. I mean, we got to look at it holistically. Like
you have to. It's a blanket overall. The team's poorly managed.
Yeah,
the organization is poorly managed.
No, it is, and you can point fingers wherever you want. I know a lot of people like to point it at Mark. I mean, Mark's made some mistakes. But again, I think Mark's mistakes is he's just picking the wrong guys, the wrong football guys. Mm-hmm. And I hope that he's not picking the wrong football guys again, because, you got the Richard Seymour, who is new to all this. You got Tom Brady, who I think he's going to lean on heavily for a lot of this. But Tom's never been in scouting before.
Fix it, Tom. I just hope there's a documentary going on because there's some stuff going on backstage up in there. People aren't happy, and I want to know about it.
Yeah.
There's a reason for overturn. That's all I'm saying.
True. That's true. It's I don't know. Like I said, I love the fact of the whole, bringing winners in your building that are just used to winning, that's going to expect winning. But then again, it's like, do we really want, like, I know a lot of us, if we just take a step back and just think, like, do we really want Tom Brady to make the football decisions? I mean, he's a great quarterback, but Tom Brady came from an organization where the main reason that they were good was, one, I mean, they had a great coach, but to me, the main reason they were good is Tom Brady was willing to take less money so they can use those funds. They can allocate those funds to other players. Yeah. You're not going to get another quarterback to do that, especially if we draft a guy this April and he does well for 3-4 years. Then that quarterback is potentially going to be the highest paid quarterback in around 2029. It always happens that way. If a quarterback has, off of their contract year, off of their rookie contract year, if they ball, they don't even have to ball the whole time. If they ball that year before, like Daniel Jones did, they'll get a record contract. So it's like, gone are the days of us having, hey, Tom, can you take less money so we can go get a big time receiver, a big time? That's not going to happen. Tom might expect that, but that's not going to happen. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but we'll see. Let's see. Fear Raider. If we were winning and had these mismanagements, we wouldn't be saying anything. That's true. That's true.
I mean, I guess those cancel each other out though, because if you don't mismanage things, then you don't. It's like if we were winning and had these mismanagements, we wouldn't be saying anything. Yeah, but if things weren't mismanaged, then you'd be winning. So that's like almost talking backwards. Like usually when you don't mismanage things,
you win.
You win. Yeah.
But honestly, there's games that I've watched that even like Andy Reid, he'll make some questionable calls. I'm like, what are you doing? But it is like, but when you got Mahomes,
and they got talented players.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And even the coach for Detroit, like, he makes some boneheaded calls.
They got talented players.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, if you're winning and you can get away with it, then it's cool. But until we get our quarterback right, I think a lot of us just hold on to that Rich Gannon, like, man, we can find, as long as we build up everyone else, we can find a journeyman to do it.
They also had talented players.
But no, but that's what I'm saying. It's like they had the everyone else. We just were a quarterback away. And I think that's what we kind of thought with when we brought in Jimmy G, because we're like, hey, the year before,
they didn't give Jimmy G a chance to play it out. They benched him.
Yeah, that's true.
true. We will never know.
And then Minshew.
And that was an AP decision.
Oh, for Jimmy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was for an overall morale thing too, because it was like they had to make like such strong moves where he had to, like, anything to do with the pass, he had to do away with. But who knows? AOC MVP incoming. You must be talking about
jokes. You got jokes.
Yeah, you must be talking about in Madden.
He got jokes or he high?
He's a Madden player, man.
The Raiders way.
Yeah. But yeah, let me go to some of these. I know I'm missing a lot. Let's see. So AOC breaks easily. Said we don't deserve to play on prime time. Nathan Peterman MVP.
No, wait, go back. How did this not get flexed?
What? I know.
This is my theory. They trying to sell Vegas. I
heard you say that.
They want people to come in. They want opposing teams' fans to come in next season so these rooms could be sold out and they can make their money. That's the only reason I can think that this wasn't flex. This is an advertisement for Vegas.
Yeah. Like, oh, look at our stadium. Look at all the bells and whistles.
Oh, look, there's a fountain. Shiny, sparkly. That's what men love, right? Look, something shiny. Shiny, sparkly. Huh?
Huh? Let's see. Shout out to Raider Jimmy. He said with Ritter, it will definitely be a show. I'd rather throw Jacoby Myers out there for sure. For sure. Carter Bradley time now. Jose, we can agree to that. Now that's a Leo's boy. Carter Bradley. I wouldn't mind seeing what he can do for sure. For sure. Let's see. I'll shout out to my boy Raider Paul in the building. Raider Paul is AOC's biggest fan, man. So shout out to my boy Raider Paul. I don't even know what y'all talking about. Party favors. I'm not even going to go back and look. I'm not even going to look. Let's see. Just found out AOC commutes to home games in the ambulance. I know, man. AOC stays. He stays hurt, man. That worries me. That worries me. He says Stu once said AOC was a better leader of men for the Raiders than Derek Carr ever was. I can't trust his opinion anymore.
That's what I'm saying. Tune in to see Stu's maybe new opinion. Maybe new opinion.
Stu is not. Stu's going to stand on that. He's going to die on that hill.
I don't know.
And you must have talked to him behind the scenes. I
have talked to him behind it. I had a lengthy conversation with Stu. I think it was 2 nights ago. So.
Oh, and I'm on that show then because I want to be on the camera when Stu humbles himself.
I didn't say that. I just said tune in to find out.
All right. I'm a man. I'm not gonna let him just because he was talking crazy about how good he was gonna be. Let's see. Leo said, "Me and you both, Chris, but we were crazy. Remember? Yeah, I think you're probably talking about Russ. So for sure." He said, loving this, praying always, go Raiders, and thank you all. I believe Raider Nation, all praying always. Salute to you, man. Appreciate that. Russ would have cost us more than $1 million. Yeah, it was like what? It was like $1.9 million or something.
Yeah,
I mean, regardless.
Round up or down, whatever. It was pennies.
Yeah, regardless. It was basically the Broncos were going to pay for him.
The Broncos were going to pay his salary, exactly.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. I just whatever. I know it's water under the bridge. But anyway, so a lot of this Vrabel talk. So Arnie, you talking about Vrabel, who said no Vrabel, please. Rather keep AP with Pat Schumer and OC draft.
So can I ask this question? Let me ask this question to the chat because I've seen a couple, and that is the topic of the show. Because a lot of people want AP out and Vrabel in. I want to know why. I want to know why from the chat, because if we plug in Vrabel to this 53-man roster, what would he do better? What would the record be now? Would he really make the difference? And what would the change be next year? Because you're going to plug in, the Raiders are going to try to plug in a few good pieces. Get ready, Raider Nation. It's not going to be a huge change. It's not. This is not going to be a playoff team from one year to the next. It's going to take years. So then what? Next year when Vrabel goes, 4 wins? Then what? Fire him, and who's next?
They'll be ready to fire him.
They'll be ready to fire him too. So tell me what you think the difference maker is going to be from AP to Vrabel in one season, or what you think how he would be better this season. Because I'm just not going to. I don't see it, Chris. Or do you want to speak on it?
Yeah. So with Vrabel, there's definitely some pros and cons to Vrabel. I think Vrabel has a winning culture. I think Vrabel is a leader of men. However, when I think about Vrabel and I think about like his days as a head coach of the Titans, I remember him being very conservative. Like I don't think he would his mindset is not what us Raider fans want, because us Raider fans always talk about we want to throw the ball downfield and all this. Like I don't think Vrabel's going to ever get an offensive coordinator that's going to spread the ball out and put up a whole bunch of points. He likes that ground and pound. Like he literally talks about, Vrabel brings kind of what AP says he wants to bring. He wants to play physical, wants to play nasty, wants to run the ball. Vrabel started his coaching career. He's always had good running backs. I forgot who was before Derrick Henry. Chat, if you guys could probably help me, but I want to say what's his name? Murray was a beast, but he always had a great running back. And then he had Henry, you know, for the end. So it's like
That's
what do you
kind of
guys?
that's kind of what I'm saying. Okay,
Yeah,
you plug in any coach, any great coach into what the Raiders have now. I know I'm reading some of these comments here. Big Daddy was good. You know, I have nothing but love for you, but he says he's won division titles. That's great. He's not going to win a division title with this Raiders team, not with the team that they have right now. You know, he's a great offensive and defensive coach. That's great. He's not. It doesn't. Those. That's a great resume. But until he has the personnel to win those things, it doesn't really matter. And
yeah.
so that's why I don't understand why that change would make a difference.
And he won in a division that, you know, we're talking about the Texans during a time that, you know, they weren't very good. You know, we're talking about, you know, Deshaun got him good, you know, at some point, but you know, the Jaguars, they stunk up the joint. And the Colts, that we're talking about the Colts way after Peyton Manning left. I mean, where the Colts were still trying to figure out what they were going to do. I mean, quite frankly, I mean, he was in a weak division.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if you really want to, and I don't want to take nothing from him because yes, he did. You know, he got his team to the AFC Championship game. You know, he's won his division.
And the Raiders are not in a weak division.
That's what I'm
They're in a
saying.
very, very strong
That's what I'm
division.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Like you're not gonna be able just to be kind of mid and, you know, beat, you know, Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and honestly the way that Bo Nix and Sean Payton are playing.
Yeah.
And then you got, you know, which Harbaugh definitely surprised me. Harbaugh's doing this thing. I'll eat crow on that one. I definitely was
I
wrong.
kind of want Big Daddy to call in, honestly, because he says, you know, he's got some comments in here. He would have won the Chiefs game. Again, one more win wouldn't have mattered, but how would he won the Chiefs game? I mean, it was an unfortunate snap at the end with the bad ref call. And then Carlson, sure, he missed 3 field goals, but what, they were all at 50 something plus.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I love your opinion. I love it. I'm not trying to disrespect you. I'm trying to understand you.
Yeah, no, yeah, we wouldn't have won the Chiefs game with you know, with Vrabel, because at the end of the day, if you don't have a good run game with Vrabel, you don't have nothing. You're done. That's why towards the end of his career, he was 7-10 and 6-11. Like, let's remember that. You know, let's remember that. And even then, he had King Henry in his prime, and they still didn't win games. So I don't, you know, I disagree there. But like I said, I think that if you want to go another direction for a coach, I say go offensive minded. Go get you an offensive minded coach. Go get you your quarterback. Let them grow together. That's what I say. But if you're just going to stick with a defensive mentality coach, stick with AP. But just give him the OC that he wants. Pay that OC what he needs, and go get that quarterback that he wants.
I guess
And build up that offense.
I'm struggling to understand why we're trying to replace the head coach when we just don't have the personnel to win.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, again, am I tripping? Because I feel like you can put any head coach in there, any winning head coach, the winningest head coach of all time. And with this personnel, there is not one head coach that's going to make this a playoff team, that's going to coach this team to a Super Bowl. So I guess that's why I'm confused.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you're right. I remember being, again, I live in Ohio. I remember when Bill Belichick coached the Browns. First few years, he could do nothing with them because he had no talent. The first thing he did was had to clean house, basically, get rid of a lot of players that the Cleveland Browns fans really loved. But he had to have a plan in place. He had to rip off the Band-Aid, and he was trying to build something.
Yeah.
Cleveland didn't allow him enough time to build it. Then they got rid of the team altogether. But a lot of those guys that he kind of started bringing along won a Super Bowl with the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, there was a couple good drafts that they had, but still, there was a lot of guys that was on that Browns team that went over to the Ravens. And So I don't know.
I think to really assess if AP is a good enough coach, we have to give him the personnel he needs to succeed.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, so like Jose said, like Sean McVay would have 3 to 4 more victories with this team. I love Sean McVay. Everybody know, like maybe I would, if I could probably have any coach, I would probably have Sean McVay. So I like McVay a lot. But if I think about it, like Sean McVay, he had some bad years with a lot of talent. I think that year that what's his name? It was like after they won the Super Bowl. I think they had a bad year, and he was actually thinking about retiring. And I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, I want to look it up. I'm curious now because if I remember right, I remember Sean McVay. They had a couple seasons where they weren't good. Yeah, because he had a 5-12, and that was in 2022. And that was what? That was after they won the Super Bowl. So he came from winning a Super Bowl to having a 5-12 team. And then they went up to 10-7, and then right now they're 7-6. So I don't know, man. I think you still got to have talent. At the end of the day, you got to have talent.
Yeah,
There's no denying that. Let's see. Shout out to Jeff Turner, man. Appreciate everybody that's in the chat, man. Make sure my channel, man. Make sure you guys go to Spicy channel, and subscribe to her, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, and vice versa. We really appreciate all the support. Hitting the thumbs up button is free. Subscribing is free, so we appreciate that. But salute to Jeff Turner. He said, I believe AP represents the identity that we want to embrace, the Raiders that we love. I agree. See, Leo said, I'm not saying fire AP, just saying don't dismiss what he did in Tennessee. Oh, he's talking about Vrabel. No, Vrabel did his thing. I'm not upset at that. But what do you guys like about Vrabel? So I'm curious. What is it that you guys like? Like, what do you guys think that he's gonna do? Like on day one, that's just gonna be so much better. You think he's gonna be a better motivator? Because I already think the motivation is not a problem. It's about getting the right players. Like Spicy keeps saying. Spicy keeps bringing it up. It don't matter who the coach is if you don't like. How can you make a cake if you don't have all the ingredients? Like Spicy, make me a cake, but I ain't gonna give you flour, but I'm gonna give you sugar. I'm gonna give you some milk and eggs.
Let's bring in a new chef. Right. Honestly, I guess we got to give Raider Nation a break, right? We're all frustrated. We're all trying to we sit here, we venting, we drinking. It's the Raiders way. We just want to make it right. We're trying to plug in ways that this team could win. We're tired of losing. We're tired of being embarrassed. We're sitting here watching a team that can't snap the ball. It doesn't matter who's under center. And we're watching our team practice snaps on the sidelines. It's embarrassing, to be honest. And we want to make it right. We're sitting here. Let's plug in a coach. Let's plug in and whatever to make it work. I get it. We're venting here. Yeah, we're venting. We're each other's support system. There's no feeling that's invalid. I get it.
Yep. Shout out to Arnie. He says, "Spicy Raider girls speaking them facts."
I try.
Facts. I try. What's going on, Stuart? Man, appreciate you coming through, my guy. Zer bombs a lot. Appreciate you coming through. BBQ and Raider, what's up, man? I appreciate all you guys, man. I'm sorry if I missed some of you guys' comments. There's so many going on, and plus, me and Spicy we're kind of rusty. We haven't done this together for a while. You know what I'm saying? So, give us a break. Also, what's going on, man? He said if AP gets let go, what other teams would hire him as a head coach? Nobody. And I know that's probably what you're saying, why you brought it up. Yeah, he would have to go back as he'd probably, since he's never been a coordinator, his next step would probably be a defensive coordinator somewhere. So I get why you're asking that question. I
What's it
can't.
say? If AP say it?
He said if AP gets let go, what other team would hire him as a head coach? Nobody. We know that.
Hmm.
He became a head coach off of a unique situation. That's after everything went crazy for the Raiders under McDaniels, Mark Davis, went to talk to the captains. He went to talk to his his council. Like, what guy in the building do we have that could potentially help keep this thing going? Kind of like Rich Bisaccia did, and everyone said AP. So,
hey, isn't that crazy?
Right.
Isn't that crazy though? The grass isn't always greener, right? Everyone ran around acting like a fool.
Right.
And now
right.
look, now we got 2 wins.
Now we got 2 wins. It's all fun and games until you have 2 wins.
All got 2 wins. Y'all got 2 wins. Hey, but we got Josh McDaniels. We got, not me, whatever. Got Josh McDaniels fine. We got 2 wins.
Yeah,
hey, fuck around and end up with 1 next year.
It got to be better. It got to be better. But again, also I respect that. I respect what you're saying though. Jose said Sincere leads us yards in preseason and doesn't get on the roster to recent. Those kind of decisions are mind-boggling. Not really, man. I mean, it's preseason rushing yards don't matter. I mean, Sincere's been on the team forever. Most people would pick, for one, everybody wanted Zamir. So, like, nobody can sit here and act like everybody wanted Sincere McCormick to be the starting running back. Everybody and their mama sat and told me and lectured me that running backs grow on trees and we can let Josh Jacobs go because we have Zamir White. That's what people said. And then we got another.
I hope that narrative changes now, right?
Yeah. Who knows?
Can we go on let's go on a soapbox for a minute talking about firing everybody, right? Look how wrong everybody was. Fire McDaniels. We don't need Josh Jacobs. Now we sitting here saying the same old shit. Look how that all worked out.
We probably have the worst running game.
Like, clearly we're all terrible. Yeah. I didn't say all that because I didn't say any of that. Yeah, but we don't know. Like, nobody knows what they talking about because everybody wanted that, and now we sitting around here fucking on 2 wins.
Right. Yeah, because it's like, and if you go back just in Raider history, we always have the top running back in the preseason. Whether it's George Atkinson III or Trey Vargas or whatever his name is. Time after time we have them. I mean, but that don't. We picked up Madison, which at the time we thought was a good pick. We had Zamir. Sincere was not. He was an afterthought because we already knew Abdullah. And then a lot of you guys wanted Lauby. Y'all want you guys were telling me he was the next
Christian McCaffrey. Oh, him's cute.
I'm just saying. No, I respect what all y'all saying, man. It's just.
I just said we respect what everyone's saying, but let's just settle down, okay?
For sure. Like Myra G said, Raider Nation already going in with the coaching mock drafts. Yes, the mock drafts. I don't know. What pending free agents we have that you guys want back? Spillane. I know you agree there. We want Spillane back.
Spillane for show. 100.
I want Morik. I want Morik back. I like Morik. Everyone else might be able to go. I like Nate Hobbs, but he can't stay healthy.
No,
I'm over Diablo.
Morig's a maybe for me. Spillane for show.
Oh yeah, Spillane for show.
Yeah.
Show.
For show.
Yeah, no, we gotta keep Spillane for sure. I don't like Vrabel. AP has got to, given time, changing head coach every couple years makes no sense. Let's see what he does. Agree. I mean, that's kind of where I'm at, man. That's kind of where I'm at for sure. But as we wrap up, though, man, and again, I appreciate everybody in here, man. You guys have been amazing. I'm sorry I didn't get to a lot of you guys' comments, man. But make sure you guys definitely Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not been here. I do see a couple new names.
Yeah. Light that torch. Hit that like button, y'all.
Yeah, here's a new name. Muhammad Bunny. He said Vrabel teams always outplayed their rosters. He will bring accountability, structure, identity to this team. He does well in game management and strategize. Okay, I like that. You're not lying. You're not lying about any of that. Those are all things that he does and he's known for. I will say that. But again, I don't, when I think back about his teams, like you say, like they like strategizing. It was just more or less his teams were physical and they had great defenses. I don't even know if I don't know, man. I know this ain't gonna sound right, but I don't even know if that style is even gonna work in today's game. That to me, that's how much the game has changed. You gotta have I think you gotta have an explosive offense, honestly. Just being tough. And I know that's kind of what AP wants, but he also picked the offensive coordinator that spreads it out and scores a lot of points. So I don't know. But good comment, though, Muhammad. Good comment. But before we wrap it up, Spice.
Yes, sir.
Where can everybody find you? What's all the good stuff that you're doing?
All the goody goodies?
All the goody goodies.
All the goody goodies. All right. Well, you can catch us here on For Life Our Raiders Story every Monday at 6 p.m. for Monday Night Madness. We're going to have a new time, obviously, this Monday because the Raiders play Monday Night Football. So check our socials for that, For Life Our Raiders Story, for what we're going to be doing this Monday. Catch a special episode with our boy Stu, former Oakland Raider, on Tuesday. Chris, I hope you can make that show. We're going to get his perspective on his Purdue alumni, on how he feels about him now. Shout out to Stu. We love him, supporter of both of these shows. And he will be on, and subscribe to his show as well. And then we back, Spicy Shield Talk, Wednesdays for the rest of the show. And what else? Yeah, subscribe. It's free to subscribe and light that torch. Hit that like button to both of these channels, y'all. Thanks for watching.
For sure. For me, I'm finally back. Been super busy, but and had to get my mind right as well. Had to get right. But I'm feeling good now. Feeling good. So I'm back with this show with my dog, Spicy. Got my show tomorrow. I haven't had that in like a month as well. My Shield Talk Thursday. So I'm gonna get back on. So if you guys like this, but tomorrow I'm gonna talk more in the details of stuff and probably do some more ranting. So I'm probably gonna lose some subscribers, but that's how it is. On my Thursday show, I'll be losing subscribers because I just get it off my chest. But and then I have my show after the games on Sunday with my boy 805 and my boy Severe. So we have a great show that every Sunday after the game. Check us out. And then on Tuesday, we have a show where we break down the film of that previous game. So we talk about the X's and O's. Usually have probably bring up about 40 to 50 plays, just kind of depending on the time. And we break it down. We look at it from all 22 angles. Look at the line, look at the receivers, look what the quarterback, where they miss reads and stuff like that. So if you're into the technicals of the game, definitely check us out on Tuesday. So that is me. And I appreciate every last one of you guys, man. Thank you guys for watching us just kind of put through this. Cause again, we're a little rusty, but we're gonna get it back. Come in, me and Spice, we're cold when we get going, we cold with it. You know what? Wait till we get our drinks, our drinking games, and we'll be back. We'll be back.
Hey, yeah, we've been on hiatus. Like I said, we haven't seen you since the Raiders won only 2 games, and we've been off for a while. And they still only won 2 games. We might have missed a few snaps, but some of the Raiders. It's all good. We love you, Raider Nation. Thanks for watching. And we go out one way and only one way.
Raiders. Peace. See you guys next week.